We're on day 48 of our 60-day healing journey to establish healthy boundaries. Day 48. This journey is for anyone who's having a problem with establishing healthy boundaries. If you don't know where to start, if you keep saying yes when you really want to say no, this is the journey for you. We're on day 48, and the affirmation for today is, I am free to honor my space always. I am free to honor my space always. Now, this is a clear message, a clear affirmation for those people who are having experiences with people coming in and out of their space, where people are popping up to your house. You might have an isolated place at work that you work, an area that you work in, and people are constantly coming into your area, whether they're coming in there gossiping, talking, just having casual conversation, whatever. They're just not understanding that you need your private space. Or this could be situations where you have just your time and someone just keeps violating that time. Now, this affirmation states clearly, I am free to honor my space always. But my question to you is, what are you giving off that's saying that it's okay for those people to do that for you? For example, I used to work in a place where it was suites. So there were a lot of women that worked there. And people would casually come into my room spreading the gossip. And I would have clients in the room when they would come in. So they would come in just casually talking, and I would, thinking that if I don't give them eye contact, or if I'm not adding to the conversation, then I'm, basically sending them a signal that I don't want them there. However, the signal I was sending was not the signal that the signal I thought I was sending was not the signal that they were receiving. See, sometimes when you're a people pleaser and you don't want to make everybody uncomfortable, you don't know what to say to stop these situations. So with my client being there, I didn't want my client to feel uncomfortable as well. But at the same time, I felt like it was just, not good business for them to be coming in there, talking their business in front of my clients. And at the same time, I wanted to say, can you leave? But I didn't. I want to say I wasn't strong enough or didn't want the confrontation at that point in my life. So are you that person that's saying that, sending that signal? You're just being so nice that people think it's okay for them to just pop up at your house whenever they want to pop up. They can even spend the night. Some people just come inside your room whenever, because you might have a roommate that's just coming into your room, using your things without asking your permission. What signal are you giving off? How are you dealing with these situations when it happens? Are you even addressing it? I know I wasn't addressing it at the time. I felt like if I got quiet or didn't say something, then it would stop. But that's just not how it operates with those people. They don't read. That's not the message that you're sending. So if my energy has said, don't cross my boundaries, I believe that would definitely not have happened. But my energy wasn't saying that. I was seeming very welcoming and open and okay and nice. So what are you sending? Because once we start creating these boundaries, once you get it deep down rooted in who you are, then it says a message. And you don't necessarily have to say anything all the time. It's a message. Your energy is saying it. People will not cross you. They won't treat you the same way when you believe in yourself. When you start having these standards for yourself, then it sends a message out on its own. So that's just my short story I wanted to share. But it takes work. It took a lot of work for me to get where I am today. And I didn't have to be mean, but then there was a part of me that started to be really firm at one point in time. And a lot of people didn't like it. They thought I was being, had an attitude or going through something. But it was just me changing into who I am. I needed to get my masculinity a little bit more, I needed to be able to protect myself a little bit more versus just taking anything in, because that's toxic when you're like not balanced, when you have, you're too nice, too soft. You got to be able to, flip the switch or turn on that part of you when necessary. So that's the affirmation. I am free to honor my space always. The somatic practice is stand tall, inhale, arms overhead, exhale down slowly, feeling grounded. So today we're doing the same overhead stretches where you're just raising your hands over your head, breathing in, releasing, and bringing your hands back to your side. And if you could do that for a few minutes just to allow yourself to breathe, allow your body to stretch, that will give you some comfort, some release, regulate your nervous system, and also help with that flexibility. Because, sometimes when you have like a lot of people coming into your space and you just don't know, when they're going to pop up, you could be in that survival mode that keeps you very tense and rigid. So we want to loosen up the body a little bit. The visualization technique for today is imagine a protective golden shield around your energy field. Imagine a protective golden shield around your energy field. So you're going to imagine that protective golden shield that's around you, that's protecting you. Nothing can hurt you, nothing. And see, all of these visualizations are so that you are able to allow yourself to feel what it's like to be protected. Once you start to feel that, then you will become that. So it's all about understanding that sensation and feeling it. The journal prompt is, what situations make me feel crowded or pressured? What situations make me feel crowded or pressured? Are you the type of person that does not like a lot of commotion around you? Do you like to be more in a quiet area? Are you the type of person that doesn't like people to talk really loud, like it makes you feel anxious? Think about those situations that make you feel that way. Think about the situations that make you feel pressured and crowded. And those are the situations that you need to limit so that you're not doing that to your nervous system. You're not allowing your nervous system to be overworked. I don't believe that, well, for myself, a lot of people would say, well, you got to learn how to be stronger in those environments. No, I believe that for myself, if I know myself enough to know that this environment makes me feel pressured or crowded or makes me have anxiety or makes me feel stressed, I'm not going to continue being in those environments for a very long time, because I have to live in this body. Nobody else lives in this body but me. And my body is not, I'm not cut from that cloth to be around that type of chaos. Some people are happy around chaos. That's not me. So I'm not going to force myself to be in those environments so that other people feel happy or satisfied. I will limit. Maybe I can go in briefly and come out. But if it's too uncomfortable for me, if my stomach is in a knot, if I feel like a knot in my chest and my back feels tense, I'm just not going to do it, because it's not going to be healthy. It's all about a healthy mind, body, and spirit. So consider that when making decisions, when you're doing things to make other people feel happy. Think about how you feel. That's where the boundaries come in. So the tiny boundary for today is politely step back from an interaction today to honor your space. Politely step back from an interaction today to honor your space. The bonus holistic tip is take 3 to 5 minutes of deep belly breathing to center your energy. Take 3 to 5 minutes of deep belly breathing to center your energy. That is the bonus holistic tip for today. Do that every day if you can. Take 15 minutes just to breathe deeply, to breathe up into your diaphragm, expand your stomach, allow yourself to get in the oxygen, and breathe out slowly. If you could do that every day, that's going to help your nervous system become more regulated. It'll bring more peace into your life, more clarity in your thinking. You may be able to focus a little bit more. So breathing techniques are very helpful. Breathing techniques are very, very, very helpful. They've helped me, especially during the pandemic when the world was in chaos. That was something that helped me get through, because I was able to think clear. I was able to be more present. I wasn't caught up in the chaos. So I do that all the time now so that I don't get swept up into all this foolishness that's happening in the world around us, because there is a lot going on and it's easy to get swept up into it because a lot of people are angry right now. And in the environment where I work at, I have people coming constantly that are afraid, angry, etc. And they want to be able to express because they feel like I'm a safe place. So for myself, I have to find somewhere to put that, somewhere to place all of that after I'm done helping people get through. I've learned not to absorb so much, to just observe, because that's one of the keys to getting through. Observe, but don't absorb, so that you're able to get through the madness. But then also you have to find a way to release anything that you potentially pick up. So these practices that we're doing while creating these boundaries are actually helping us to do that. So that's why I wanted to share this journey, because it's helpful for me, and I hope that it helps you as well. I will see you tomorrow. Peace and love. Mwah.